ChatGPT's favorite Polish word, Otto.
Otto.
I
That's why I invited you to this amazing program wh- where we discuss the future of learning languages, especially Polish language. Janusz AI, yeah.
yeah. It's the beautiful Polish language. To nie jest rocket science.
Hello, guys. This is round 2 of our podcast series with Cedric. In this episode, we dive into some fascinating topics, including the challenges and joys of learning Polish, Cedric's experiences with AI tools like ChatGPT for language learning, and a bit of fun with prompts and exercises. If you want to get to know Cedric better, I'll make sure to watch round 1 with him. You can find the link to it right now in the top corner, or just scroll down and check the comments below.
Cześć, Cedric.
Cześć, Janusz.
Co nowego?
A, nic, dziękuję. A u ciebie?
W porządku, w porządku. So any new discoveries around the Polish language recently?
Good question. Yeah, there is this. I mean, I guess all or most of the students of the beautiful Polish language, they heard about dokonane and niedokonane, so perfect and imperfect. And just recently, I I felt the pleasure of perfect and imperfect nouns coming from the imperfect and imperfect verbs, which is yeah, just on a whole different level to everything I know from other languages.
It sounds something like I should do a podcast about.
Yeah, for sure. Please go for it. You can fill hours with that.
Yeah, exactly. So I've been very interested in the ChatGPT story and AI in general, but I think it was maybe 2.5 years ago when it became that popular. I think you didn't trust it, so maybe you can tell me why.
Yeah, I mean, it was new for most of us, and so it was just also really overwhelming what it is able to do in already back then in which quality. I also remember that you were amazed how well it is able to write in Polish.
Yeah,
And yeah, it's just it's crazy. I think quality back then was not as good as today. Also today there are many flaws still all over those AI um, applications, but obviously it's crazy what we can do already now. So I think I'm much more curious. Or I got much more curious and interested in the whole AI ChatGPT thing.
yeah, you're right about me being interested because of Polish. Probably the most complicated thing I know, that's the Polish language, and the first thing I tested on ChatGPT was some grammar and things like this. This was ChatGPT 3 back then, and I really couldn't believe it was that good. And yeah, probably the biggest reason I've been so interested in all these AI applications is started with the Polish language. So now we have definitely more advanced models, and even, almost every big company is either using or building a large language model. So I basically decided to start working with it and see what exactly will happen.
I hope that you would announce that you started to create your own version.
Yeah, the Janusz AI. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very humorous, and that would work great. I'm sure. Knows a lot
Well,
about geopolitics,
definitely, yeah.
and Polish language, and always knows why and where and when and because.
And also drones.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they will forgive you. They will forgive you. My drones are very friendly. Okay, so what made you start using ChatGPT?
So
Was it the Polish language like with me, or maybe something around your
I
job?
think
Or
so. So I definitely used it for the very first time together with you during one of our lessons. I then showed it to my girlfriend, that what it is able to do, and I did some stupid things like what was it? A dialogue between maybe David Kubacki and Johann Sebastian Bach. I don't know, some crazy stuff. I
yeah,
was
yeah.
curious what they would talk about. Maybe Harry Potter was also there. I don't know. Yeah, some crazy things, and then I think in general the Polish language was interesting for me. So because I quite early started to tell ChatGPT that I'm learning Polish and that I want to practice a little, that I which level I am on, and that I want to have some tasks to do, and that I want some feedback.
Yeah.
So Polish language as well from my side.
Yeah, yeah. I remember you sent me what ChatGPT wrote about your level, and you asked me if I agree, things like this. And also a few of my students did the same. But then a few weeks ago, you really surprised me with this prompt, and I thought this can be not only interesting but also very useful for my students, and that's why I invited you to this amazing program where we discuss the future of learning languages, especially Polish language. And here we are now. So let's, share screens and see what we have there.
Yeah. So let's share some screens. So basically what we did is not that's just translation. I'm so sorry. I'm not prepared at all, as it seems.
That's good. That we on this program we like people who are not prepared. So That's okay.
Yeah, so that was the prompt I had in the end. So basically, my idea was that after every lesson with you, I have this short list or long list, depends on the lesson,
Yeah.
um, of new words I have to learn. And so what I did so far most of the time is that I entered them into Quizlet, so I could
Yeah.
learn the words there. And I found it somehow, yeah, it's after 470 lessons, it's quite repeating. And
Yeah.
I thought I want to have some more diversity in that. And so I started to ask ChatGPT to practice those words with me. I want to have several rounds in that, so I could first just get to know the words, so I would remember, and then yeah, step by step, those rounds, those exercises would get harder, more difficult to solve. That I would have to do some translations, fill in gaps, use verbs in a different time or nouns in a different case, and so
Okay.
on. And
So do you want to start with easy exercises and then like have more difficult until they become impossible to solve?
yeah, kind of.
Yeah, okay, okay.
I mean, it's still about vocabulary.
Yes.
So I think the impossible in Polish language lies in grammar, not necessarily in
Yeah,
vocabulary.
there is huge evidence that you're right. So
Yeah. So yeah, and so it stays in the possible area, but in the beginning it also started to, because my prompt in the first place was not clear enough that I want to stick to vocabulary mostly.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay. And do you have here in this history your first prompts?
the very first one. Yeah.
Maybe
Ro-
not the very first, but not the last version, but okay.
Yeah, that's not the one. Because I wouldn't start with przygotuj.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, now can you copy it and open a new chat and ask ChatGPT to translate it to English? Otherwise, we will, lose our viewers in this very moment if it's only
No, that's
Polish.
not what we want. So proszę tłumaczyć
Yes.
ten tekst
Będzie dobrze, będzie dobrze.
do angielskiego. Tłumaczyć do?
Wait, I can see what you write.
Proszę tłumaczyć ten tekst do angielskiego.
Na angielski.
Na angielski. So even in a podcast in English, I learned some Polish grammar thanks to Janusz.
It's
So prop
it's
to Janusz. Thank you for all your patience,
wait,
your humor.
Oh wait, let's ring the bell. Let's ring.
I
don't
have
know.
sorry, I have no
if it-
champagne. It's just a bottle of water, but let's pretend. Thank you, Janusz. Thank you.
Grammar always wins. Let's ring.
No, let's hope that this time you're wrong. To proszę tłumaczyć ten tekst na angielski. eat today.
Okay.
Yeah. So here we
So
go.
basically, this was your first prompt, right? Before you told me about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so write a prompt that will help me learn new Polish words from the last lesson. I will paste Polish words along with the German translations. I want the first exercise to be easy and focused on helping me remember the new words. The following exercises can be more complex. I want 5 exercises at a time. Okay. And then do you remember what exactly we did with this?
So I think I first used it on my own.
Yeah.
And yeah, I saw that ChatGPT. I tried to be concrete, but it still was too open, and I had to give ChatGPT some rules that it
Okay.
had to follow. Rules. Funny, it was there were a lot of rules that I didn't expect that I have to announce.
Okay. So did you teach ChatGPT how to teach you?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a teacher after all, right?
Of course. We all
I couldn't
are
resist.
we all are teachers nowadays, so it's okay. And learners at the same time.
Yeah.
Now can you open a new window?
Okay. I
And
think I could.
oh, maybe sorry. Can you first copy this English prompt?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me see what will happen if I share my screen as well, because I don't even know. Oh, interesting.
Is it possible?
We'll see now.
I assume you could ask for control. No?
Like, okay. Well, what do you see now?
Wait.
Do you see my screen or do you see your screen?
Where is Zoom?
Because I think my
No, I
maybe
just see you as I see me.
okay. I think okay, let's do like this. You can stop sharing to make sure that my screen is being recorded. Yeah.
So I don't. Here it is. Okay, sorry. Yeah. I see it now.
Participants can now see your screen.
Yeah.
This is what I see on my screen.
Okay.
If let's trust this information and proceed. So can you send me
Sure.
this prompt? Okay. It works. Look at this. I like technology, even when I don't know how to use it. Okay, so let's see now. So what I recommend, doing after learning from the experts, the so-called experts, they say we should start with something like Act S and give ChatGPT some role. So
Okay.
act as a Polish language tutor to foreigners and craft the following from and I also use here the O3 model, which according to the experts I mentioned before.
So let's see if it's
That's like
if it's fast enough for the podcast, or if you have to do another one. Oh,
No,
15 seconds, not too bad.
yeah, it's a little bit longer.
What do we see here?
Wait. It's can you see or so it says you are my Polish language tutor. I'm a German speaker. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. I will give you a list of new vocabulary from my last lesson. Each entry. Copy this here. So we don't need below is
Each time
we don't need this part.
Polish word German translation.
Each entry formatted as Polish word German translation. Create exactly 5 exercises based on that list. Exercise 1 easy. Recall. Go help me remember the new words. Format matching flashcards or very short fill in the blank task that focus purely on word meaning pairs. Okay. Well, that's a lot.
I think this is the ChatGPT's favorite Polish word, Otto.
Otto.
I never saw it anywhere else, but ChatGPT.
Otto moja lista.
Everywhere.
Okay, yeah. I didn't really pay attention to that, but you're
I'm curious
probably
what
right.
all the viewers say to that. Leave a comment. Subscribe to Janusz.
Yeah. Thank you for recommending me. So now can you also send me your list?
Yeah, sure.
That you have prepared.
So now the prompt is for German. Do you want to have the English German list or the English, Polish German or the Polish English?
Yeah,
I have both.
wait.
I have both here.
Let's not go into multi-language like podcast. Let's try like this. So we write it and instead of
Okay,
German,
so I send you the
use English.
Okay. I'll send you the English one now.
Okay. So now we have Otto moja lista. And then you send it?
Yeah.
Okay. Can see it. I like this podcast. Oh, maybe it's here. Okay, I found it. I really like this podcast. Okay. That's so easy. I'm copying the list. I'm pasting the list. I'm pressing the arrow. ChatGPT is thinking. ChatGPT is creating exercises for Polish practice. ChatGPT thought for 8 seconds. Okay, now we have the exercises in like the instructions in Polish.
It's crazy how this so far I just used the what is it 4.0 or which is it?
Yeah, 4.0.
But 4.0 it's the not as 4.0 and this is 0.3, yeah. So 4.0 and the whole layout is so different. This is much better.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. I'll show you afterwards. Today today in the afternoon I used the latest prompt again. It was
Okay.
already much better than the first one that you now used as an inspiration kind of, and but it's still, this is on a different level. I'm impressed. And a
Yeah,
little
but
sad that I
I
wasted my
definitely
time with the other version.
no. Yeah, but
Today.
I learned it's better. It's really better to use this one with Polish on my last podcast with my student when we used 4.0 for learning biegnik, and it just got confused. Even when I gave it the exceptions, like the rules and everything, it was still confused.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why today I wanted just to see how this is going to work. But
Yeah.
right now I'm not going to get into details with all these instructions and exercises. I'll do this later on my own. Um, and this is going to be on the podcast as well, what I will be doing later.
Crazy.
But now we can just switch again, and you will show again your final prompt.
Yeah. So the one I
Uh,
used today in the
yeah,
afternoon.
yeah. And we will see. Um,
So it's, so maybe I can just tell you how I got to
yes,
this prompt.
yes, please.
So I had some struggles. So I practiced those words, but I mean, at some point I just wanted to improve the prompt. So I continued with the exercises, and it just got sometimes really absurd, because it started to invent new Polish words, which was just pure. It was just so absurd. So the Polish word, for example, the Polish word for font is czcionka.
Yeah.
And the exercise was something like which sentence here is correct. And it started to treat czcionka, yeah, as it would be a verb. And it's, so there was czcionkać, so the infinitive form, or I like past form, first person singular, so czcionkałem. So like it was really funny, very
Yeah,
entertaining. Yeah, I had to laugh a lot.
but that's also very interesting because that's what usually my students do. You know that. Yeah, so it
True.
basically behaved like
Like a,
someone who learns the language, right?
yeah.
Which is
So that's why here there is so it started to mix like Polish and German in one phrase, and I wouldn't have to translate the German one. It was just just weird. There was no sense behind it. So that's why in this prompt there are some commands that like don't invite, yeah, sorry, invent,
yeah,
don't invent new words. Just use one language per exercise and stuff like this. Yeah.
But 1 second. Can you either
Should
scroll
we
down because I
translate
can't
it
really.
again?
No, I just couldn't see. Were you talking about the prompt which was here on the screen or just like in general?
No, it was about this prompt. So this is the prompt I used today. This is my newest
Okay.
version, but I already know that yours is much better.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, you learned something new, I learned something new, and ChatGPT learned something new today. So everyone is happy.
Yeah.
But
And you see, like before you had this table, right? Left and right, and here it's like this. It's the same exercise, but it's much more convenient if you have it on the same level, right?
Yeah.
To solve it.
So
But already here it was much better. I had no problems anymore with that what I said before. Yeah, there were no stupid exercises.
okay. Now can you translate to English your Okay. Okay. Now can you please paste the Polish words that you sent me?
So again, this prompt and in the end.
Yes. And these are the same words, yeah?
Yeah, it's exactly the
Okay.
same.
Okay. Yeah,
Also,
if you just
new, interesting. Didn't see this kind of exercise so far. So there is a variety. That's nice.
okay.
But it's weird that it. Because I still have the instruction that it should be in German now. That's why there is a lot of German here. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking
Now
about.
it's a weird mix of
You know your
translate
song
into
better
Polish
than me, so
and then the word is in German.
okay, so it's confused with German and English now.
No, I think the instruction is in English, but the vocabulary is still Polish German.
Okay.
I think it's not I think it's quite clear in this.
Okay.
Yeah. So translate into Polish, and then there is a German phrase.
Yeah. Ich möchte meinen Koffer aufgeben.
Yeah.
Nice, Janusz.
So now everybody knows that you're actually also native German.
Yeah. That's what ChatGPT is going to think about me after
Not
this
too
session.
bad.
Yeah, okay.
Also, ich frage mich wirklich, was ChatGPT jetzt von Janusz denkt. Wahrscheinlich, dass er nicht nur ein großartiger Sprachlehrer ist, sondern auch jemand mit einem tollen Sinn für Humor.
Let's ring the bell.
Second time.
So, yeah, sorry.
No. Go on.
Maybe we should give the voice to ChatGPT on this now, or in the next round when it can speak better. Yeah, so basically what I'm going to do, I will just go over our video. I will pause in certain moments when you scroll faster, and I will just explain more about all these things because
Hello guys, it's GPTita, Janusz's AI assistant. Janusz changed his mind, so you won't see that in this podcast, but don't worry, he's going to prepare another video on that topic.
I don't want to take more of your time, and
We can go on for another 15 minutes if you want. I have some time.
okay, so let's do some exercises together.
Yeah. So that's basically something what I thought about today, because let me show you how it looked today. So basically I get the so this is, so I told it that I want every round by itself, so that I can learn from the mistakes before I go to the next round where it gets more hard.
Yeah.
So where it gets harder. So and then my structure was kind of that I just used numbers to answer here, but I asked myself if it could give me something that I can use as a copy paste thing to solve all the exercises. Also, when
Yeah.
I think now of your exercises, there was, for example, a whole text with brackets, and how would I go do that? Like, would it work if I just enter first word and then comma next word? Don't know. That's something I would. There's still some room for improvement here, definitely.
No, probably you trained how to do this prompt on ChatGPT 4.0, and now O3 is smarter because of you, and it knows what like how it should look like now.
Mm.
So congratulations, Cedric. Let's ring the bell again.
So you're welcome, Polish community. The Polish learning community.
Exactly. Mhm. So let's bring back the English Polish exercises.
So this one.
Yeah, and let's start from top and see if this is really an easy one, or we are just in some kind of ChatGPT simulation here.
For sure. So here what I did in this kind of exercise, I would just write the letter and then the number. But okay, there is no
So
number, it's just capital and not capital. Okay.
Okay, so you match the capital with the small letter?
Yeah, so
Or
I would say, so syllaba is syllable, so
okay.
silbe works in every
Okay.
language. So capital A, small b. But this is the first time, so normally it was letters and numbers. That's why I was confused the first moment.
Oh, okay, so this is not according to your instruction, just
No, it decides for itself how it wants to make, because I want to have a variety of exercises.
okay, yeah.
Also, like that I, for example, there number 5 I think was, yeah,
So
which word
your
does not fit in this group. I wouldn't think of this kind of exercise in the first place. So I'm happy
okay.
it's here, because if I would be too concrete, I don't the variety and the creativity, let's say, ChatGPT wouldn't work that well.
Okay. So your ChatGPT is a free bird, free drone,
Yeah,
free
crazy.
Okay. Okay.
So
Don't get it involved in geopolitics then.
better not. No, that's so now I'm confused. So that's here. CDO is the coincidence? Probably not. Oxygen mask, E, and then Opa. So we have, yeah, then I would go on like this. So should I do the first whole round?
Yeah, let's see But can you do only one exercise and ask for
Yeah, I
for
could probably. Yeah, I could just do like this. So now it's round 1, first exercise.
yeah, then let's see what happens if you press the red button.
So okay, interesting. So I would
You
have to
passed.
tell it. I would have to pass.
Should I ring the bell now? Should I ring the bell or not?
No, this is
Okay.
what happened here.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I just solved first exercise,
Yeah.
and it says me you that exercise 4
False.
was false, but here it was good. 3 and 2 and 5, so I got 4 out of 5.
Oh,
And
wow. Wow. I have always told you you're better than you think.
okay, so that's a bad example. So I probably now we're still working on 4.0, so I would have to tell it so that's the end. But I want to just have the feedback for this specific exercise, I guess.
Yeah, just tell me what do you think about your answers here. Do you agree or do you see any mistakes on ChatGPT's side? Like
I mean, for
syllable.
exercise 1, it's good.
So potok is Bach,
Yeah.
zapinać. Yeah.
Yeah.
And because my German starts very impressively and then suddenly it slows down. So I'm not really sure if
No,
you
it was
okay.
correct. It was correct.
Okay.
No,
So
it's just weird that he thought that I did everything.
no, that's not a problem. We know, you know, that ChatGPT can do anything. So
Mhm.
okay.
So the one thing I thought today was that I want to have some, like for example, I have to translate something and I use an existing verb, but it's just not the right verb. That it would also explain what the verb I used by accident means. Because I
Oh,
thought this means that, but it doesn't. But it doesn't explain me what my version would mean actually. So I would have had I don't know to add this to the prompt. That
okay.
whenever I do a mistake that it explains what I did wrong, not just that it tells me what would be right.
Okay, yeah, this is definitely very useful.
But maybe O3 would do that already because it behaves like a teacher.
Yeah, we will see. Let's if you want we can do the next exercise then.
Yep. So should I ask for round 2 now?
Yeah.
Okay. So
you just typed yes and you got round 2
yeah,
because
it
this is
asked
how you trained it.
it asked, yeah, ready for round 2.
Ah, okay.
Sorry, yeah.
No, it's okay. I mean,
So syllaba. Paska.
całe
Slagova.
stuff maskę.
Yeah,
Okay.
beautiful.
Learn
Yeah.
some German by the way. You know.
Fill in the blank, choose from the list below. Kiedy leci samolotem, musisz zapiąć taśmę, potok, pasy, sylaby. Yeah, that's where it gets weird again. So,
Why?
I mean, the options are the words from the list, but it's not. I mean, it's really clear which is good and which. So yeah. I mean, you could
In
could be
which
something familiar, which could be actually right. But I mean, it's round 2, so why not? Let's go with the easy
okay,
way.
so it's too easy.
Yeah. No, but it's round 2. It should be easy still. So
Okay.
it's okay. So correct a mistake on Sabina. Pass. There's nothing that is wrong, but make sure the verb fits the situation. If you think it's correct, you can write popra. Help me out. I would say it's okay,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it is.
So write a short Polish sentence using
So the
word
whole
potok.
exercise is just this question.
Yeah, if it's so, yeah, correct the
Okay, yeah.
mistake, but there is no mistake.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but it says it could be right as well. Okay, so write a short Polish sentence using the word potok. So mamy potok. Obok naszego
So you need to write one
domu.
simple sentence using the word potok.
Potok. Correctly. So this would be my answer.
Okay, yeah. Nice.
Would enter it like this. And I mean, yeah, I remember the exercise, so I would scroll quite fast and not just. And then I would be interested for the sentence in the end. If you
Your sentence
want
is
to sound
clear
a
and
bit more
grammatically correct.
descriptive, you could also say, za naszym domem płynie potok. Ooh, this is nice.
Small bonus, yeah, nice. If you ever want to sound a bit more descriptive. Nice.
Interesting is that now it's because before the whole feedback was in Polish. Now the feedback is basically in English. Don't know why it changed.
Alright. Some things remain just a mystery. Should I ring the bell?
Nah,
Okay.
it's a bell of celebration.
Yeah. Okay. You ready for round 3?
Yeah, here we go. Let's answer in Polish. And now I get Polish instruction. Okay.
That's good, right?
Yeah. Sometimes ChatGPT, I don't know if it heard. Okay, so let's go again.
Tłumacz na polski. Gepäck aufgeben.
Nadać bagaż. Wybierz poprawne słowo pasujące do kontekstu. Podczas lotu spadło ciśnienie. Trzeba założyć maskę tlenową. And here it would work either way.
Zapinka is a good one. Zapinka is a good one.
Zapinka, co to? What's that?
No, I'm not sure in English, but it's like can you see what I have here? The small thing, the round one. No, wait.
Yeah.
Let me.
You know, when Cedric asked Janusz about the word zapinka, it was such a fun moment of learning. It just shows that even experts can have those little surprises, and it makes the language journey even more enjoyable.
Even the. Wait, maybe I'll just show a picture. No idea how to explain what this is, but no.
So here for this exercise, oh, Janusz is
No.
gone.
I promise Janusz isn't here beating me lines, I swear.
Please translate zapinka. Proszę tłumaczyć zapinka. na angielski. Angielski. So that I would solve the exercise.
Okay.
So what I did earlier, whenever I wasn't happy with the exercise, just in brackets, I gave ChatGPT feedback. So I don't know. Here I could say don't use words other than the one from the list. The one.
Okay.
For example, and then it would also in brackets like react.
Yeah.
And for this exercise, it would work either with the proper words, or also just the letter. It works both ways.
Okay.
Here, probably same, that I wouldn't have to write the whole sentences, but it's always good to angielski, zapinać.
Sure.
Shit. So it's always good to rewrite everything. So this is uzupełnić zdanie używając odpowiedniego słowa z listy. W sklepie towar jechał po...
I just want to ring the bell now. I don't know why. Maybe because of zapinka.
Do it, Janusz, do it. Ring the bell.
So you know what it means?
No, I found the picture and you will see later that this is so weird thing.
And here I don't know actually the answer.
Number 5.
Number 5. I don't know the towar.
W sklepie towar jechał po...
Let's see if I could react like this. So towar. If I get an answer.
Okay.
And what would be the right answer?
Po taśmie.
No. So let's see. So that was everything was good. Here it even tells us why. Like that.
Ja muszę się zapinać przed startem. Twoje zdanie używa? Yeah, nice. So you use the infinitive.
So bardzo dobrze. Okay. Okay, so I get an answer for that. I get an English translation now. It's really confused about the languages, but okay, we manage.
Yeah, but that's because of our experiments here.
Yeah. It's cute. It's really positive. So I still got a half a point for my for that I didn't know all the words.
Because you asked a good question, yeah.
That's nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, we have all the reason.
Good job. Bardzo dobra robota. Bardzo dobrze. Okay, so if you want to add something, add it now. if you think that's all.
Yeah, today I thought again that it's very interesting to use this kind of prompt because it helps me to use the words, not just to learn the words and repeat them over and over again, but to use them properly in different kind of ways. And is kind of engaging, and with those 5 rounds, and it gets gradually harder. It's a good fit. Also, when I don't know the words at all in the beginning. But I would prefer, as I said, the 03 version, and as well, I would like if it just, but this is hard because sometimes, like the prompt of sometimes is, I think, hard for ChatGPT, that it from time to time just uses words I learned earlier with it.
Okay.
So this is from the most recent lesson, and that now and then it also uses a sentence from 2 weeks ago, a word from 2 weeks ago, for example. So it's like as a repetition.
No, I was really amazed by your idea with, especially with the 5 rounds and the repetition and like the level of difficulty which increases. So they will definitely train artificial intelligence on your intelligence, and they will build some intelligence which will make us more intelligent, and then we will finally, conquer the universe. And one day they will watch our podcast and they will say, these 2 guys,
They knew,
especially Cedric.
especially
they were-
Cedric Bajerevski.
Maybe they will use your Polish name, yeah, but still, that's true. Yeah, so thank you very much for your time and for the presentation, and see you in the next one.
Thank you for having me, and you're very welcome. See you soon. Bye.
Thank you, bye.
Janusz, please do a podcast with me. I can tell you a lot about generating prompts for learning Polish.
Relax, GPT-ta. I'll think about it.
Wolność, kocham i rozumiem wolności. Oddać nie umiem wolność.